Hey, welcome to a new video where I'm going to be breaking down how I'm going to build a functioning Bolt application from prompt all the way to launching and getting paid. So we're going to be going through how to do Figma design to your Bolt application, then authentication, Stripe payments, homepage plus a dashboard, Supabase, database integration, as well as image uploading. And I'm going to do it all by building a simple application that you can follow along to and build something super similar, build the same thing, whatever. But the goal of this video is to give you insight into how a software engineer, that's me, builds applications with Bolt. And so the way that I do it is not necessarily the best way, but I've already deployed 2 new applications and I'm working on a 3rd for the Bolt hackathon. So regardless of when you're watching this will be important and super helpful for those that are new to Bolt, new to programming, new to software engineering, or even if you're, a 10-year vet like I am. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so we are going to be creating a new app right now. Okay, so what are we going to be building is a simple 2-page, the homepage with all these tiles for profiles. And I've seen a similar app before. I have no idea where it is or who made it, but something kind of like this. And all these will be profile pictures. Even the gray squares will have profile pictures as I play it now. And then a person who's doing the hackathon can come in here, claim a square, and put their profile there, and then they can link to their website and their X Twitter account or another social media. You get 2 links. So this page and then a simple dashboard page. And so this is what we're doing. I'm going to copy this, and then we're going to go into Bolt, and we're going to do this guy. So we're going there, we're getting started, we're getting money. And I'm going to be trying to do this in like record time. So it is 4:14 right now. I'm going to put this on here, 4:14. So I don't want this to take away completely from what I'm building for the hackathon, but I wanted to do this for people who've been following me on X. Shout out to you if you come from X and see some of my tweets about the hackathon. I appreciate y'all watching. It's for those who are new to Bolt, and I wanted to just go through it in simple form as I build something fun. And fun is the key here because it's a hackathon and, there's no really expectations. So we're going to just do it. We're going to have fun with it, and we're going to learn some stuff in the process. So, okay, never seen that. We got an error. So I'm going to just go like this, and I'm going to name this something. Hack the planet. See if that changes anything. Try again, I guess. Go there. Go here. Input from Figma. Boom. Boom. Alright, trying it again. Oh, that didn't even do it the first time. Did you see that? And then I know I have some of these photos that I can download. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it's kind of using that photo because it's funny. Because everyone uses that photo. Alright, so what I'm doing here is just minimizing the size of these photos because you don't want your photos to be too big in your web application. So usually you compress them, and you can do that through doing it like this, or you can use like an online service to do it. So it's still 2 megabytes? Wait, what the heck? Alright, we're trying this again. You don't want it to be a megabyte. 41 kilobytes, that's fine. You don't want it to be in megabytes, basically. Because megabytes are they're too big. Oh, look at that. Wait, how do they get the photos in there? That's crazy. Look, I'm still surprised sometimes when they can do things, because that's just like crazy. Oh, here we go. Show and Finder. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Make the web font the H font on. Okay, we're not going to go through those details really, I just wanted to do it. There we go, nice. Hack the planet. If you didn't see what I just did, I hit the inspector here, and then I selected this. And so whenever you select an item, it's easier to change that smaller detail fast because Bolt knows what context you're trying to use. It's a really cool tool. And there's a few secret tools that I go through in the 5 secrets video. Y'all should check that out because that's like a little bit more granular into some of the tools that that they have. So I'm going to go through more general stuff here and how to go about doing this. So we have the home page, so that's good. Next we're going to break this down. So how I usually do this in my day job or building anything is you break something down. So you have a huge application, you break it down into features, you break those down into smaller components, if you will. And so what do we want to do first? We have this, but I think what I want to do is I want to build out the front end more. And so in these top profiles, we have 5, 10 across, and then we have 5, 50. So I also want to do smaller squares below. Oh, look, this is kind of messed up. So I want to do smaller squares below this main portion, and instead of 10 across, I want to do 20 across. So I'm gonna build out the data for this, the grid items first. Here's how they're doing this. It is one image. That's super weird. Okay, that thing should not be one image. So what we're going to do is we're gonna break this down. So we're gonna say break this down into individual. You know what? I also forgot I was going to try out a tool. All right, so I have this tool right here. It's called Whisper Flow, and look, break this down into individual cells. Look at that. Did you see it? I just talked to it, and now it's in there. So I'm gonna do that so it's a little bit faster, and create mock data for it. The rows below it should also come from the same data. So it should be 50 items with images inside those. It's getting hot in here because I have the AC off. That doesn't look. Whoa. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna use. Probably don't need these. Put it in the public. So you got to put your images in public because that's just how the software works. So this doesn't show you things uploading, I don't think. But it should. Oh yeah, failed upload photo down here. Okay, cool. So we do new folder and we do mock. Then we just take these and then we can drag these into that folder. So we're gonna tell it to use these images. All right, come on guys. Make the grid use the images in the mock images folder. It is cool they make that. It looks like they make an image of the image on your Figma. So like this is a whole other image that they made for me, just like the other ones. All right, there we go. Randomize the images for every cell. So I don't want them all to be the same in every row. I want them to be randomized. Not necessarily how I would develop this, which is not that big of a deal, but you know how it goes sometimes. And this is funny too. They have like images inside of the sponsored one. We got that. And now I'm going to make the row below that. Make a similar grid below this one that has 20 cells across and 20 cells down. Use random images folder. So now we're going to get smaller, and so this will be like the premium placement up here, and then below it will be smaller placement. I mean, then inside of those you can also have premium colors, and every time you regenerate this, then it will be in different placements. Or every time you load the page, it'll be different placements, and then you'll be able to track how many times someone clicked on your profile or your link. I'll probably do that. Click on link, click on profile, then click on links and measure all that stuff. Make both grid sections be inside the same container. So we got a container here and a container here. How do I know that? It's because the width of them are different. So if you just place that in there, it should be the same exact width. Forget how long some of this takes just because you're just waiting, waiting and generating. Make both grids be inside the same container, not different ones. So you see there, it said it wrapped in 2 different containers still. So no, don't do that. So they're probably going to need to make either this wider or this one smaller. Let's see what it chooses to do. I don't really care right now. It's just kind of a aesthetic thing. I kind of like it smaller, but no, look, see? It widened it up. Okay. Change the container to a max width of 1135 pixels. You don't have to worry about all the details of the UI at first. It would probably be better to change it to diff mode in the settings and then come back and do some of the UI changes. So I'm gonna be clear to what I said and do that. I don't like that. Make the images smaller so that they do not overlap in the second grid. There you go, that looks better. Now what we're gonna do is so I wanna make a data model to represent this data here. And so we have, I think it has 200, where is it? We have large data that's 400, and then we have 50, so 450 spots, which is quite a lot. Maybe I'll make another grid that's like really tiny ones that people can do. But 450 people, if I can get 450 people to put their name on this, that'd be super. So next up, we're going to, create the data model. So create a mock data model that represents the grid with ID incrementing as well as the profile picture. Use this mock data model to fill out both grids. It should be one data model that is used. The reason I said that is because I feel like it's treating these grids as two different things. So it would think of like, we want to use the data model for this one and a different one for this one. But I want it to be one data model that handles it, where it goes from 50 people to 200. And I don't know if that's a good idea right now, but in my mind, I want it to be just one data model because that's what it's going to be. It's just going to look different down here. On every profile, there is going to be a website URL and social URL. On every profile, add a social URL and a profile URL. Use mock data. Just add a couple things. Yeah, profile, social there, that's perfect. If I didn't say, that's Whisperflow, and I just started using it today, but I've saw it yesterday, and I seen someone talk about it, and it's super sick. You just click here. Okay, I don't want to do that because I'm already using it. But you just click on it, and this demo right here is like super cool. It can show you how to do everything. Super cool. You should go check it out. Not sponsored, but happy to chat more with you. Okay, so we're gonna do, I like this, but the icons are like so terrible, so I'm gonna say make the circle gold and the inside black, and make the circles bigger with a shadow underneath them. So in web development, there's things that you can do, and the more you know what you can do is better to make things work and look better. So I suggest like looking into different websites and seeing like what they have, and like clicking in to inspect and seeing like the color here, and you can see color. You can see there's a border box. You're like, what's that? It's a border? You're like, yeah, and then like, look at this, and that's a spacer, but it's some kind of shadow. It's like, okay, so we have max width, and you have a radius, so a radius goes around this little container here, and there's just so many different things you can play with. And you got different ways to align your items. A box shadow here, and that's what makes that shadow right there. So just look into how things are done, and you can just say, oh, I like that shadow, and then you can tell Bolt, oh, I make a shadow. Or you could even take a picture of it like this, and you can drag it into this like that, and we can say, check on this profile, make this profile button like the image reference, white and purple button. Let's see how this does. Sorry, another side quest. So you got the profile. That's not too bad. The purple is kind of missing, but hey, I'll take that. You can just say, make the shadow purple, make the border purple. So that's cool. So we're gonna make a dashboard now, but first we're going to make the user authentication flow. So I'm gonna say a user should be able to log in and sign up. And when the user logs in or signs up, it goes to a dashboard page. Bolt is really good at user authentication, which is like a huge pain in the butt for non-AI setups and stuff. It's gotten a lot easier over the last decade, but I mean, if I can avoid doing it, then I will. And this makes it a lot more fun because I don't have to worry about doing the same things over and over again. So we're gonna do this, and it's just gonna kind of take it from there. Like I said, it does a really good job at it. So we'll see how it goes. You know what? I don't even have Supabase installed, so I don't know how it's gonna do it. There we go. Supabase URL is required. So let's see. So it's trying to resolve the problem, and I know what's gonna happen, but if you do this, I can show you what's gonna happen, and hopefully it will tell you what you need to do. Say the environments are not there. Let's create the .env. Okay. Okay, there we go. So now click connect to Supabase button in the top right corner. So go here. So we're actually going to create a new project. We're going to call it create a new project. All right, and just like that, we're starting to get the Supabase integration going. If you don't have Supabase already, sorry, this light is like kind of terrible in here. If you don't have Supabase already integrated, then you'll have to just go in, sign up, and go from there. So it failed for some reason. I'm just going to retry. Sometimes it does that. It's not that big of a problem. So environment or variables. Oh. I guess it wasn't fully connected. So it's still connecting, I guess. Man, it's hot. Okay, there we go. Look, got it integrated. Okay, cool. So we got that integrated. Now I'm gonna type this back in since now that we're integrated with Supabase and see where it goes from there. All right, so now it has this profiles, ID, email, create, update ad, security. So that's good. Policies, read their own profile, update their own profile. Good. So you can read through all this, but this is basically saying it's doing what we asked it to do. You apply the changes, and it has to do a migration. And a migration is how the database changes the data, or what data that it expects in that table that you're using. So it's been applied. Now, cool. So now we're going to create a login and sign up page and link to it on the home page. If you're on X, follow me. 2,000 views? That's crazy. Like my profile has grown like crazy recently. All right, there we go. So sign in. Need to sign up. There we go. Welcome to your dashboard. So hack the planet and link that to the home page. So we got the dashboard, and we want to be able to go back to the home page because that's like where the main juice is happening, right? So we're gonna go back to there, and now we have a user authentication into the dashboard. And so what I'm going to do is check the flows of that user authentication. So you can sign in, you can sign up, you can sign out, and if you click on the dashboard, you should be taken to a sign in or sign up page if you're not already signed in. So we got that. So now if the user is signed in, if the user is already signed in, add a dashboard button. If not, add a sign in and sign up button. Kind of like this purple though. That's kind of nice. Man, this is a long video. All right, so there we go, dashboard. There we go. Oh, that didn't even create the link there. Add a link here to go back to the home page. All right, so we got sign in, so we're gonna go sign out. There we go. Good. Cool. Hack the planet. Refresh. Oh, actually didn't do it. When the screen is refreshed, a user should still be signed in. This is going to be a beast to edit. So now we're going to handle session persistence and auth state change. So you're going to have to do this manually. I actually wasn't sure if you were or not. So you're going to have to tell it. So now we got dashboard. Let's refresh the dashboard. There we go. Go back to the planet. Go to dashboard. So that looks nice. Now let's try sign out. And let's go to the dashboard. Yep, sign in, good, refresh, refresh. Maybe that's the wrong link. Might be a little bug there, but you'll have to look into that. So we got that, good. What's our next steps here? So now we have, let's check out the database actually. Planet, here we go. We'll go to table editor. So look, we got tables here, ID, email, create, update. Okay, cool. Now we want to basically use this, and we're gonna add the social URL, and we're gonna add the website URL. Add social URL and website URL to the profile table. So you could also say update the profile, what is it called? Update the profiles schema, include social URL and website URL, something like that. But it's good enough to know what it's doing. They don't prevent access to other users' URL. Cool. So now I got that. So now you can see website URL, social URL. Basically, we're going to load this information. In the dashboard, load the user's profile. So I think it's going to take a little bit of leeway here and probably make it a form so that you can update what you need. And so let me see. Oh, this doesn't have the profile picture, so we'll do that. That's what we're doing now. And I'm sweating in here. Need to do this probably in the morning instead of at nighttime. 0 rows, that's all right. So this says JSON underscore requested multiple or no rows returned, so that's fine. Return 0 rows. Okay, so we're gonna try to attempt to fix that. So if you see a database error like that, attempt to fix and keep going for, I don't know, a few minutes to see if it will fix it on its own. If not, you're going to have to figure out why it's failing. Now, that is very hard to do sometimes. It might take a little bit more work, but that's why I suggest joining like a Discord server. You can join the Bolt Hackathon server. You can message me, I can help. Whatever it is, you're gonna have to talk to someone who knows a little bit more and how it can lead you through the jungle. Well, that didn't do anything. What did it do? No profile found. How is there no profile found? Oh, it's because there's no profile found. When there is no profile found, create the form to create the profile. Also no profile, so we're just going to make a form so that the user can create their own profile, and then they can also update their profile whenever they want. Okay, cool. It doesn't look that good, but you know. Okay. Add a image URL to the profile schema. Add a way for a user to upload a photo on their dashboard and store that URL into the user's profile object. Uh-oh. Alright, so we're making pretty good time here. It's been 45 minutes. And do that. Error uploading failed. Attempt to fix it. So like, it's crazy. 45 minutes and I got like almost a working app already. Almost. Still a lot to do. Okay, so now it's telling me what to do here. So we're going to go to the storage section and create a new bucket. So we got here, storage, all buckets, new bucket. And we can name this read any object without any authorization. Yes. So I did that because I want people to be able to see the profile pictures here, all images. Well, I name it profile pictures. Can I rename it? Maybe not. Yes, Irene. So look, it was just smart to know what I was talking about, just because of the context of above. So, you know, using AI is kind of like a conversation. It's not like everything's just a silo. Everything you say is a silo. No, everything you say is in context of what you say plus the data model that it's built upon, which is like tons of data. So it makes good assumptions. Sometimes it's wrong, but you know, a lot of times it's right. Here we go. Choose a file. Uploading that. Error upload. Attempt to fix. And once again, I don't know exactly what it's saying. This says unauthorized. Which is fine. We'll see what it does. So it's adding some kind of authorization for that. Let's see. Add insert point allows authenticators to create their own profile. The policy ensures that users can create their own. Okay. Add an insert policy that allows users to upload their own folder. Add an update policy. So it's trying to add. Let's see. Okay, users should be able to add their own profile picture and upload a profile picture to the profile pictures bucket. And the profile pictures bucket is readable by everyone. All right, let's see what this says. Create profile pictures bucket doesn't exist. Enable public access to the bucket for reading images. let's see. Okay, I think this might work. All right, choose file. There we go, look at that. Let's see what it did. Oh, it created the image there. Okay, that's fine. Let's see, in the database, or in the table editor, go to profile. Oh, no URL. So when the image is uploaded, put that image in the user's profile image URL field. The profile hasn't been created yet, create the profile. Otherwise, update the profile. I did that. It says create profile, but I really just wanted to create the profile in the background. You upload it, and it creates a profile for you. I thought Bolt had sped up a ton in the last 24 hours. It's super nice. Thanks for doing that. There's a profile, upload. Nuts. Alright, got another profile row security again. So as you can see, some of this gets a little bit complex with the security level in the database. So I guess it'll be good if you watch this and you don't have any experience, because running into these errors is, you know, a nightmare. Alright, let's try again, big guys. All right, uploaded. And look, there we go, created. Users should be able to edit their profile and update it. So it changes. Alright, let's see if it changed up here. The website URL didn't save. The heck? No, maybe because that's why. Weird. Cool. So that should have shaved. Should have shaved. Cool. So I want to make this container half of the width. Okay, big boys. All right, so now we got that. So that's looking nice. Now, let's see, what next do we need to do? Basically, we have the dummy data for the grid. We have this. Click on this. It shows up the links. That's nice. I can't believe that the Twitter is on here. That's crazy. How disrespectful. We have a user sign in with the database. It's secure. You can sign in, you can sign up, you can refresh the page, and you can go back to the dashboard and look at that, fresh. You can update your profile. Cool. And that is so it's 5:20 now, so it's been an hour. We got that going. Now what we want to do is add a new thing. Okay, so next I want to actually pull in. How am I going to do this? Next up, I need to have a stripe. I'm going to integrate the stripe. And when I do that, I want the user to be able to choose here. Let's do the front end first so I can tell you what I'm thinking here. So make another container on the dashboard for user stat. And this will have 5 different options. And each option will have a nice icon that the user can select. The first one will be $2, and this will be able to verify your account and go from a black and white photo to a colored photo. The second one will be $5, and you get a photo with a navy outline. The third one, so when you get verified, you go from black to white. The second one will be $5. Third one is $20, and you get a gold outline. The fourth one is $50 for, and I'm not exactly sure if I'm gonna which paid things I'm going to do, but I definitely want to do some paid things. Oh, what the heck's it doing? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So I'm gonna do it. So sometimes AI is smarter than me. So I didn't really think through exactly how I was going to do this. I knew it was gonna be kind of like this, but it kind of just jumped to that conclusion. So that's great, and it's already adding the data model in the database. So we'll see what that looks like. But that's good to know. Like, yeah, sometimes I might be thinking of things too piecemeal, and it's like, all right, I'll just do this for you, and we'll do the database at the same time, so you don't have to worry about it, you know. So that's cool. I'll take it. There we go. Subscription SaaS. Nice. So I'm actually going to stop it here until I get where I'm going to integrate Stripe directly. So I'm going to do a few UI things and then come back. Welcome back. to round 2 for the day. It's 7 o'clock. So we went from 4:14 to 6 p.m. and we were going from 7 p.m. to probably 8. So I'm going to pull in the data for this now, and so I'm basically going to do, so I wanted to create a transition for here. Look at these profile pictures are nice. Look at the shine on here. Look at that. That looks nice, huh? Got a little shine. That's that extra shine. And I added this. I don't know if you saw that, but verify. And then I'm going to pull the data for these profiles. And now there's only going to be one profile here, which is going to be mine. Available gold slots 20. That's not a good way to do that. Also, I kind of want to put like a nice like gradient on the background. On the home page grid, load all the profiles from the database. Then fill in dummy data until there is 450 total profiles. All the dummy profiles should be a gray cell. Don't use dummy images. Nice, perfect. Okay, so now we got that. Okay, so now we're gonna do... It did a couple things, so it transitioned these on hover. It's moving those around, which is really nice, but the showing and hiding is not working because it's probably using a state to do that. There we go. Sorry. On the home page, when getting all profiles, it should get every profile. It's only getting mine currently. Please fix. Query is still not getting all the profiles. There's that. And I also want to hide the, after pulling the profiles, randomize where they show up on the grid. Nice. Oh, that one made it. Nice. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's great. Alrighty, we're going to do the Stripe integration now. And so it is 7:46. So we've been out for 45 minutes already. So Stripe integration, let's get it. What do I start? Let's integrate Stripe, baby. Alright, so create a Stripe account. Once you have Stripe secret keys, let me know and I'll explain a secure payment application. Okay, so basically we're gonna go here. Oh, oops. And then we're gonna create a new one. So I have this. Create account. This one's going to be back Bolt. Alright, the developers section is on the bottom left here. You just can't see it because my screen's recording. So we have these, and I'll talk you through some of the, I guess I'll get a new key. And I'll click rotate key here whenever I put this live so y'all don't copy it. Get your live account. I guess we can do testing for now. That would probably be smart. Go back. Activate sandbox. Okay. Secret key test. So that test key is obviously a test. Can't really do anything with it. And then we're gonna make some test products too. Not now. I need to create products in my Stripe account. Can you help me? Create a new edge function to handle the Stripe integration securely. So edge function is functionality that's going to live on Supabase, and Supabase is going to connect with Stripe. Dang it. Retry again. It's going to live on Supabase and interact with Stripe through the API. Sorry, this camera is like going in and out of focus for some reason. The edge function is how Bolt is going to function with an API, an external API. And so you have to use it. So don't really worry about it. You can go into your Supabase and go into edge functions right there. You can see Stripe setup. So let's see what it says. Create a Stripe account if you haven't. Get your Stripe secret key. Yes, add your Stripe secret key to Supabase. Under secrets here, we got Stripe secret key. I wonder if it published that from my environment. I think it might have. Oh, I don't know where that's from. It might have been published by Bolt, but it doesn't say. So we're just gonna try that. Done. Okay, test the integration. Checkout, loading states, or checkout payment. Claim buttons. Okay, let's try that. So it looks like it's adding stuff, and database migration has been applied. Cool. So we should be able to go in here, claim. Let's see what it shows. Product not found. Okay, so it says no products are found. Let's see. No products. So we got to make sure we publish those products, and it looks like we kind of skipped that. It looked like it said that it did earlier, so I'm kind of confused if it was just saying that and then it didn't do it or what, but we'll figure it out. Yes. Okay, so it needs to call the Stripe setup endpoint first to create the necessary products in your Stripe account. Let me help you fix this. Okay, so it's gonna call that. Let's see if it's done now. It says you'll need to invoke the Stripe setup endpoint. So I guess it didn't automatically do that. Let's see what it tries to do. Last time I think I manually created them in here. So this is where it's trying to create them. So you can just go in here, create product, and then fill out all the things, which would be pretty easy for me to do there, and then just match them up. But let's see what it tries to do. All right, we're back. Losing memory in my card, so I had to restart it, delete some stuff. All right, so here we go. We're trying to claim it. Let's see. Let's attempt to fix here. Oh look, 0 of 8 activated. Okay, so it created 8 products? I don't know why it did that. This is being annoying. So I'm going to try to, well, stop this. Product. Oh, I don't really know. I think the best option is just to create your product in the dashboard and then sync it to your thing. So I'm gonna have to go in here and edit the price to be, it's just supposed to be a single one-off charge here. Yep. And then you update it. And then this one too. Edit price. 1.04 here. And now we're gonna apply my selection. We're gonna try this, claim, and it does something else. Parameter, price ID. All right, so we're gonna fix that, where it would create like a product list for me. Oh yeah, here we go, Stripe config. Oh, we got prices in there. So it retried to create my stripes again. You see that? It create them all again and archive those. Not good. I don't want that. Price, mode, payment. Okay, good. So we got those all set up. Now we're making our way. It's a little rough, but we're getting there. Okay, let's try this bad boy. Let's try to make it verified. Claiming. Oh no! That's the next step. As long as you see a next step in the process, like, no, that's good. If you see the same errors happening over and over again, that's bad. You don't want to get in that. So, get over one error, go to the next. Get over the next error, go to the next. So, let's see if it does something. Okay, opens up a screen here. Let's go. Sandbox. Let's go. Processing. Let's see what happens next. I think there's a next step after this that I'm gonna have to deal with the webhook getting there. So, well, we got there. Okay. Okay. Let's see if that did anything. Well, here we got one transaction. So let's try again on the actual website, because Bolt is nested in this right now, and it opens up a new link. So We're just going to pay without link, and we're going to do 4242. After a successful payment, it should send me back to the dashboard. I don't even know what it's exactly doing, but for my good old days art one, I had to mess with this quite a lot to make sure that it got sent back to the correct place, and then it updated the data appropriately from a payment fail or payment success. So we're kind of doing this for the second time, and it takes a little bit of finesse to get it correct. So I hope if you're watching this is helpful at all, and I can cut out all the boring slow parts, but know that I've been doing the Stripe integration, I don't even know, 20 to 30 minutes. So I've been here till like 7:45. I was doing some other stuff, and then 7:45 to 8:15 I'm doing the Stripe integration. So 30 minutes, which is not bad. Sometimes that stuff takes multiple days to get it correctly, and when you're just normally programming. So update the subscription tier in the profile of the user that is logged in after a successful payment is processed. Updating the webhook to handle updating that user object. So let's try this again. Oh, why it's doing that. On the auth page, if the user is already authenticated, send them to the dashboard. So sometimes you just have to deal with those little details. I'm on some other page. It sends me to a different page, but it's really trying to make me log in again. But I'm already logged in, so send me back to the dashboard. It's like you gotta kind of tell it what to do sometimes, and that's fine. Like you just gotta work out those details. Cool. Now we're gonna claim this again. Back to verified. Let's check this. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Let's go. Why is my arm like yellow? That was super sick. That's awesome. Look, verified. Look, I got the color. Oh yeah. It's got a blue outline on it, but Stripe is working, so that's a good sign. And yeah, if you have any questions, let me know. I think I'm gonna call it quits now, and make sure to subscribe, give me a comment, shoot me a message on X if you need help, and that's about it. Hey, one last note here. I didn't completely finish the Stripe integration because you have to turn the test mode into the live mode, which you kind of see me do in the video at the beginning. But when you're ready to make your application ready for other people to use, you got to turn that Stripe account into the live mode, and then get the new key, put it into your application, and then sync your live products in Bolt. And so you don't have to do anything else besides that functionality to make it work. Now I might make another video to go through that step, as well as planning the launch of this application, getting users, getting feedback, and showing you how I actually take it and deploy it onto Netlify, buy a domain, sync that up, and do all that stuff that is involved with launching a product. So if you want to see that, let me know. I'll work on it. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Sorry, the audio is a little bad. I had this little guy there going in the background, and my mic was picking up the tone of it. So apologies there. I'll make sure that's off next time. And yeah, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, see you later.